All right, here we go for the main event, the pineal gland meditation, 4-hour long. Get your mask ready. Hope you all juiced up, whatever you got to do to stay up. I think we got people in every time zone that probably show up to this thing. So, but it's 10 o'clock where I'm at right now. And thank you guys for coming. I'm looking forward to doing this. This was by special request from Nico. And Nico's on here. Thank goodness. Last time somebody requested to do this, they didn't show up. So Nico made it. I have Jamie here, and then Melissa from North Carolina. And yes, that's what's going on. Just write your name in there and let us know where you're from. So we don't charge you anything. We just ask that you just let us know where you're from. So, all right, we got Renata from the Netherlands. I'm pretty sure that's not correct, but I went for it and I tried it. So forgive me if that's wrong. Let's see. We've got Sarah from Italy. Nice. Got some people in here from Italy. All right. Trinity Film is from the Netherlands. Whenever we do the pineal gland meditation, we typically have a strong showing from the Netherlands. So let's see, the Eckhart Tolle, Italia, something. Yes, Sarah from Italy. All right. All right. She said I said her name correctly. I bet I couldn't do it twice in a row. Renata. Maybe that's right. Anyway. Yeah. All right, cool. So we're going to get started in about 7 minutes. Got Rita here from the Netherlands. She made it. I'm glad you got a notification or heard about it. So, I had probably about 4 people reach out to me and ask me to put the Zoom link, send them a personal message with the Zoom link, but because they said that sometimes they get kicked out of the Zoom call and then they can't get back in because the live stream's over. So sorry about the confusion, but I can't send out a bunch of messages to people that want it. So what I would ask you to do is when I put it in the comments, copy and paste it. And that way, if you do accidentally get kicked out, you won't get kicked out. But maybe I think there's somebody gets kicked. It's supposed to go a little bit poor or something. If that happens, then you can click on you could just come back in with the link. So, all right, we got Raphael here from New Haven. Rita is here. Rita from the Netherlands. She's taken this as a birthday present. Happy birthday, Rita. I would sing you happy birthday, but I forgot the words to it. So I'm sorry. Otherwise, I would. If I knew the words, I would sing it for you, but not today. All right, we got Katie from Argentina. All right, welcome, Katie. Kiki here. We got about 16 people on. We're not voting for a meditation today. We're only doing one meditation. That's the 4-hour pineal gland meditation. Yes, indeed. I'm excited. I got a drink. I'm comfortable. And I'm curious to see who's going to make it through without sleeping. I should do like a poll of what percentage of people will fall asleep by the end of it. Normally, we don't lose anybody. Most people that want to do a 4-hour meditation, they're in it for the long haul. All right, Cassia from Australia. I'm pretty sure I said that wrong as well, too. So please forgive me, but I went for it just like I did with Renata earlier. All right, Jane here from Vermont. Jane's in the live stream Hall of Fame. She's here all the time. And so thank you, Jane, for showing up, as you always do. We got 4 minutes and we're going to get started. Don't. I got back just in time. I had to go out to dinner with a friend. And I had to tell him, we got to cut this conversation short. I got a bunch of people all over the world ready to do a 4-hour meditation. He thought I was joking, but I'm not. So, yeah, I just let him think it was a joke. I just let him keep thinking. I let him keep thinking that it was a joke. All right, I got John from Canada here. All right, got a good crew showing up. Got 20 people. Got 4 more minutes. It'd be nice to get 40 people. Call your friends. Tell them to come out. I can't believe you guys are sitting there listening to me talk. We got 3 minutes. 3 minutes, and we're going to get started here. And so
recording in progress.
Again, I had about 4 people reach out to me saying that they sometimes have gotten kicked out of the Zoom call, and I'm not really sure why. It's not by me, but I'm just repeating this again because I know some people showed up. Some new people showed up, but when I put the link in the comments, if you could, I can't send a bunch of people messages because it's just too much for me to do and try to keep this going. Just copy and paste the link, and then if you could just put that somewhere. And if you get kicked off, then click back on the link and come back in. No big deal. And if you do come back in, just make sure that you put yourself on mute when you come back in. Rita says she can't find the link. That's okay, because there is no link right now, but there will be here in about 2 minutes. 2 minutes, and there will be a link, Rita, and I'm going to put it in the comments. All right. So give me just a second. We're going to cue this up. Get this straight. All right, we've got 2 minutes. 2 minutes and 22 people on here. Here's the link. Again, be sure you copy and paste it if you're worried that you're going to get kicked off of the Zoom call. And if for some reason there's some kind of issue over here, then what I'll do is, if something happens, very rarely does it, but sometimes we lose power, sometimes something happens, we'll just come back to the YouTube channel, and then then we'll go back into the Zoom call and pick up where we left off. All right, Anelli from Down Under. Nice. All right, cool. It's cool to hear that Australians say that. I thought that was just Americans that said that about Australia. But so I got the link there. People are coming in. Make sure you mute yourself if you could. That would be helpful. There's probably a more efficient way for me to do this, but this is just what I do. So we got 1 minute. 1 minute, and then we're going to get started. And somebody asked me earlier, they don't know if they can make it through the whole 4 hours without. Wait for me to do this. Hold on 1 second. They didn't know if they could make it through the whole 4 hours without peeing or using the bathroom or something. I said, just get up and pee and just do what you got to do, and then come back and start meditating. So it's no big deal. No big deal. Do what you got to do. If your kids start screaming, figure out what you got to do, and then come back and continue on meditating. Don't stress out about it. No reason to stress out about meditation. Just let it happen. Just do the thing. All right, so it's 10 o'clock, but what I always do is always wait about 2 more minutes for people that show up late. So I'm going to wait 2 more minutes. Because I know if we were all late, we would all appreciate it if we waited a little bit. So that's just what I do. But we will get started here soon. I am glad Melissa made it here. Haven't seen Melissa in a while. Good to see you online. Looking forward to this. Got some good, strong meditators in the house. All right. All right, we got 1 minute, then we're going to get started. And I need to take this phone call. I'm worried. Just give me 1 second. I'm worried this might be an emergency. Otherwise, I wouldn't do it. Just give me a second. Hello? Hey, Dad. Yeah. Oh, I got to tell you about it tomorrow because I'm in the middle of a live stream. I thought there was something wrong. I'll call you tomorrow. Bye. All right. That was my dad calling me at 10 o'clock. I thought something was an emergency, but he just wanted to see how my golf game went today. Anyway, all right, we got 1 minute. We're about to get started here in just a second. Gonna make sure. All right, Karen's here. Thank you for showing up. Make sure you're muted if you could, please. All right. Oh, Lord. I'm gonna share screen. That is not what I wanted. What am I doing? Okay. I'm sorry. I got a little bit lost there for a second. All right. Now we're ready to get started. It's the 2 minutes. I'll let the people wait that showed up, that run a little bit late, show up. All right. I'm sorry. I feel like this was a hectic last 3 minutes. All right, we're going to get started. He does a little introduction up here, so that'll give everybody a little bit of time to settle in, and he'll kind of describe and explain how to go about doing this meditation, Dr. Joe, that is. So we're going to go ahead and get started, and looking forward to this. And hold on, somebody has a question. Yeah, she said, please press mute all. Let me take care of that. I'm going to make sure everybody's muted, so that shouldn't be a problem. Thank you for the suggestion. All right, we're going to get started. Raphael, will you give me a thumbs up if you can hear it?
Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening from wherever you are. Now, knowledge is the forerunner to experience. The more knowledge you have, the more prepared you are to engage it so that you can teach your body to understand what your mind has understood. The pineal gland meditation is an opportunity to begin to activate latent centers in the brain so that you can begin to tap into frequencies that are carrying information that are from the quantum, that are new opportunities, new unknown experiences, new ways to see things, lucid moments, doors to other dimensions, information and downloads about yourself and your life. When we start off today, we'll do what we've been doing all along. First and foremost is to acknowledge your creative center, right in the center of your chest. I want you to find it. I want you to lock into it. I want you to pay attention to it. And I want you to stay present with it and feel it for one long moment. And then when you activate that center with your attention, your breath, moving it slowly and deeply, is to work with your body to relax enough to feel an elevated emotion. If you're living in tension or vigilance or fear or anger, it's difficult to open your heart because you usually are feeling another emotion. So as you breathe, you slow your breathing down, you slow your brain waves down, and you start activating that autonomic system. So you breathe slowly and deeply. And as you breathe naturally, you'll start to feel an elevated emotion. Don't make it mechanical. You start to breathe, you start to feel it. Just start getting lifted. Just start opening your heart. Just start, whatever it is, gratitude, joy, inspiration, a love for life, whatever it takes for you to start feeling. And once you lock into that feeling, once again, stay with it and ask yourself if you could feel more. Once you feel it within you, I want you to become aware that you can feel it all around you. The heart begins to create that measurable magnetic field. Once you put your attention on it, it expands. Once you put your attention on it and become more aware of it, you're causing it to become more real. Then we'll tune in to the space of this room, and I'll ask you to just tune in to the energy of the mystical. And I want you to become the entire space, that void that fills this entire room. Those of you at home, just fill the space of your room that you're in. But as you sense it and pay attention to it, once again, we're selecting a frequency that everybody can tune into. You with me still? Then the music will change. One song to pull the mind out of the body. Now, for those people that are on the streaming that are wondering what this breath is, it's a simple breath. I'm going to ask you to blow air out of your nose. And when you blow air out of your nose, try it. You notice that your muscles in your lower abdomen and upper abdomen naturally contract. So as you blow air out, then you're going to inhale. And when you inhale, you lift up your perineum, your pelvic floor, muscles you use to eliminate, muscles you use for intercourse. You pull them up and in, and as you take that breath, your intention is to pull the energy from the lower centers, the survival centers, all the way up to the top of the head. I talked about the physiology last night, but the breath becomes your intent to activate that gland. So you follow it, perineum, lower abdomen, upper abdomen, up into your chest. You follow it through your throat, through your brain, right up to your pineal gland, right to that point. When you get up there, I'm going to ask you to hold your breath, straighten your spine, and squeeze those muscles a little bit more, and push that fluid right up against the pineal gland so you can find it in your mind. And then you hold it and you compress, let it build, let it build, let it build, let it build, and you exhale and relax. And the fluid then accelerates, tickles the fibers, the little hairs on the end of the pineal gland, and you start stimulating it. And then you take a moment, you feel. We go after it again. Now, if your body is the mind, and it's early in the morning, it's going to tell you, oh, geez, I don't know if I want to do this. I think I'll just sit here. If you do that, you're missing the opportunity to activate that gland because you understand that it needs some type of compression, a mechanical stress to activate it electrically. Well, let me ask you a question. How would you compress those crystals if it's inside your head? How would you do that? The only way to do it really is to increase what's called intrathecal pressure. When you inhale all the way to the top and you follow it and you hold, and then you start pushing those muscles together and you're holding your breath and you just push a little bit more, you start tapping on them. And it's the compression against them that begins to electrically activate them. And now they're sensitive to frequency. They become like a radio receiver. The input now from the field can start happening, and you want to keep going because you want them to tune into faster and faster frequencies. Are you with me still? Come on. I don't want you inhale and taking a big breath and then purple pushing. That's not it. It's a slow, steady breath all the way to the top. When you get to the top, then you squeeze a little bit more and you hold that breath and you just pump against it a little bit. One song. Give me your best. The music will change. We'll bless our energy centers. You find the first one right in your perineum. You lock into it. You tune in. The second one is right behind your navel, slightly below it. You tune into that one. The third one is right in the pit of your gut. Fourth one, center of your chest. Fifth, the throat. Sixth, pineal gland between the back of your throat and the back of your head. Seventh, center of your head. Eighth, above your head. And then you're going to become aware of the space around your body, the true self. All I want you to do is tune into your own energy and work with it. And then you'll lay down. I'll let you drift off. I may ask you to do that breath. Inhale through your nose. Exhale all the way out. Inhale. Exhale. Force it all the way out. And what you're doing, that repetition, is beginning to oxygenate the brain so you don't slip into delta too quickly. You with me still? Remember that 10 deviations, standard deviations outside of normal and theta that we're measuring? That's the carrier wave. It's the harmonic that begins to cause the brain to go into gamma. Just follow the instructions. Then I'm going to sit you up and I'm going to ask you to do that breath one more time. And some of you are going to just be so exhausted from all that melatonin that you're not going to want to do it. I can tell you from experience that when I'm tired and I do the breath, it's usually way better because I really just don't care. And I'm just out of the way. So just give it an effort. You understand? One song. Then we'll go through that 4-step process. I'll take you into the void, that infinite space, the quantum field where there's nothing material. There's no people, there's no bodies, there's no things, there's no objects, there's no places. It's an infinite field of nothing. A sea of frequencies that you can tune into. And then as an awareness, you locate that pineal gland, you find it, and I'm going to ask you to lock in and stay connected to it. One long moment of being connected to it. Where you place your attention is where you place your energy. Then as a thought, you move into the room of that gland. And all I want you to do is sense that you're in there while you keep your attention on it. I'm going to ask you to sense the walls. You don't have to see them. I want you to sense them all around you. Now you're inside it. Number 3, I'm going to ask you to radiate the intent that this gland be activated, that the alchemist in you awaken, that the doors of dimension open to you. That energy that you're radiating is carrying a message, and I want you to begin to activate it with energy. Are you with me still? Then I'm going to ask you as an awareness to tune in way out here while you rest your attention on that gland, and while you're in it, I want you to tune in to its energy, the mystical. And all I want you to do is stay conscious of that energy and feel it from that center. And the longer you're conscious of that energy, the more that center is receiving frequency. And now you're picking a radio station, turning the dial to very specific frequency. Are you with me still? Come on. And you receive it. And then you lay down. We'll do that breath. Inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. Inhale, exhale. I'll let you drift off for a good amount of time. This time, we'll sit up. There's no breath. We'll do the 4-step process. You find it, you move into it, you radiate, you receive. Then I want you to connect the 6th to the 7th center, same time, right in the back of your head to the center of your head. And allow that energy from the 6th to move to the 7th. You with me still? Then I'll say 6, 7, 8, all at once. All I want you to do is sense them, become aware of them, feel them all at once. And then I'll say 8 to 7. Why are we doing that? Reverse the field. 8 to 7 to 6, all at the same time. Feel it into 5, all the way down to where? To your heart. Once you move it into your heart, I'll say 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, all at the same time. Open the door and allow that energy to move right into your heart and be worthy to receive. And if you are engaged in this and you're making the effort, then you should be worthy to receive. Just open up. Don't try to make anything happen. Just surrender. Be in that state of receivership. You'll lay down, we'll do the breath, and we'll be finished. How does that sound? Can you give me your best? Absolute best. Now, I want you to make sure that that cell phone of yours is shut off. Off. Check it and make sure it's off. Do I have your word that if I say sit up, you will sit up, and you'll sit up until I tell you to lay down? Now, there's a reason for that. I told you last night that when I do this, I always take my body a little further than where it wants to go, because now I'm in the unknown. It will want to lay down, and I keep it up. And then when I finally lay down and relax, I've surrendered so well that I'm just happy that I went a little further. It's that kind of satisfaction that opens the door. Are you ready? Take the ride with me. Watch is off, glasses off. Sit up. Eyes closed. Relax. Feel your body and relax it. More. And become aware of the end.